Hello, my name is Bakshin and my colleagues and I have recently innovated a product, military boots. I am here to introduce to you the revolutionized product of military boots originally created by Rothco to create a whole new future for military services. These boots that we came up with has functions that will satisfy every soldier's needs, from odors to damp issues, name it all. The technology applied here is superior and revolutionizing, meanwhile cost-effective enough for countries to be able to afford. The current famous Rothco brand does not offer all the necessary features needed during warfighting and training. This encourages soldiers to get hurt and defeated easily, and at the same time a lot of money is wasted. So, to solve this problem, we innovated. Some of the identified limitations with the shoes are, it has too little functions. Military soldiers need more functions from the shoes than just being waterproof and strong. They need extra features and lesser limitations of the boots. Secondly, the sole of the shoes wear out too fast, resulting in repeated buying. Thirdly, it is not mud-proof. Mud-proof meaning that when the shoe submerges in mud, it does not affect the actual feet of the soldier. However, the original shoes do. The shoes are built in such a way that it is too compact, which encourages more sweat to build up, resulting in foot diseases. It uses shoelaces, which are an extreme inconvenience when at war or training. And lastly, the materials do not have enough endurance. Endurance is especially important when going through harsh conditions at war. In order to improve market share and revenue, we have made two versions of shoes. One edition is for the lower economically developed countries, which takes into account their affordability and needs and wants. And another version is for the more economically developed countries, which has more features to suit their needs and wants. Our chosen MEDC and LEDC are the US and Iraq. The innovations that we have added to the MEDC edition of the shoes are extendable metal spikes at the bottom of the shoe, automatic tightening of shoes, to use harder and more resistant materials at the same time is comfortable, to add an air ventilating system, to use dirt-proof materials, and lastly to add an extendable knife at the top of the shoe. We have given the LEDC edition less features because the affordability and need in the MEDC is more than that of LEDC. Therefore, the innovations that have been added to the LEDC edition are to make it out of waterproof material, to use plastic spikes instead of metal spikes, to use the extendable knife at the top of the shoe, and to use harder and more solid materials to endure rough circumstances. Our first launch will be 500 pairs to each MEDC and LEDC. The materials that will be used for the MEDC edition of the shoes are, for the extendable metal spikes we will use aluminum as it is light, cheap and durable. For the automatic tightening of shoes we will use leather. For the harder and more resistant materials we will use polyurethane. For the air ventilating system, we will use Vegetin Micro. For the dirt-proof materials, we will use synthetic and natural rubber. For the LEDC, we will make it out of waterproof material which is polyvinyl chloride. For the plastic spikes, we will use plastic. For the extendable knife at the top of the shoe, we will use an extremely powerful stainless steel knife. Lastly, for the hard and solid materials, we will use synthetic leather. Our initial selling price per pair is $150 per shoe. The profit that will be gained per pair is $50 as the original price of the boots are $100. The total labor cost will be $3,264. We will be hiring an average of 200 people and our settlement will be in China as labor costs are very low there.
Created using Powtoon.